Okay, here is JASMY. This is currently at 20.94 cents, and that is up 44.73% today. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. Okay, here is PROG Progenity. This finishes at $4.45 today. That is down 9%. So we've been talking about this stock a lot the past couple of weeks. Honestly, I'm pretty tired about talking about this. But today, this was trending once again. Pretty high on StockTwits. Major price action. So we'll talk about it again. No real reason to justify this price action today. No news or anything. So I'm just going to assume people taking profits and people starting to short here. But let's go ahead and analyze this. So this does appear to be a cup and handle in the making. Top of the cup being around $6 and the bottom being around 65 cents. So that would currently be a bearish indicator, because this stock should pull back halfway between 6 and 65 cents to form the handle. And when you do the math, it should pull back to around 330. So yeah, currently a bearish indicator. And we also have a gap up at 350. So that is also a bearish indicator that is telling us the stock should come back down to fill the gap at 350 eventually. But on the other hand, this looks like a bull flag, possible bull flag. No confirmation just yet, but it looks like a possible bull flag in the making. So that would currently be a bullish indicator, because that means this stock could break out to the upside if this is in fact a bull flag. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 455 and 425. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 455, 475, $5, 520, 535, 550, 575, 595, 610, 630, 645, 685, 730, and then the high of 785. And there is resistance above that, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 425, $4, 380, 360, 340, 320, 290, 260, 235, 220, 195, 175, 145, 120, 110, $1, 85 cents, 75 cents, and then the low of 65 cents. The RSI is currently at 61, so a little bit above average, but nothing to be too concerned about. And this did 82 million in volume today. Significant volume, so this sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. Okay guys, so just my opinion, not financial advice. It is a little bit difficult to tell where this is going to go in the short term. We're getting some mixed signals here. Bearish indicators in the gap up and cup and handle. But bullish indicators in the possible bull flag and the strong social media sentiment. But if it were my best guess, I would say this looks more bearish to me. I've been saying all along, this should pull back to at least 350, fill the gap, and to complete the cup and handle. So I'm going to stick to that. I think it's bearish. I think in the short term, it will pull back to at least 350. Probably consolidate around there for a little bit and eventually break out again. So I would say short term bearish, longer term bullish. But yeah, therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, I'm not going to tell you guys not to do it, because this very well could break out. This is a bull flag. There is strong social media sentiment. But if you're going to do that, just understand it is a straight up gamble. Very risky, high risk, high reward play. Personally, I would not do it, and I would not recommend that. But if you understand you're gambling and it is very risky, then sure, go for it. But I think the smarter play would be to hold off until 350 and lower. If it pulls back below 350, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, seems like a decent play. Not the best. From this price of 445 down to 350. That's about a 20% downside, so a decent amount of tendies to be made, decent downside potential. Could be risky though, because again, this could break out pretty soon because of the bull flag. So personally, I think the risk is not worth the reward here. I don't think 20% is enough to justify putting yourself at risk of getting squeezed out here. If you guys want to do it, then I can support it. Just understand it is pretty risky. Please cover at 350. But personally, it's too risky for me. I don't really like it, so I wouldn't do it, and I would not recommend that. So, sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today. The PROG saga continues. Very entertaining. We'll see where it goes. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is PROG Progenity. So here is CEI Camber Energy. This finishes at $1.45 today. That is up 19.83%. So we've been talking about this one quite a bit of late. Talked about it all last week. Kind of tired about talking about CEI. Today we did have some good PR. That's probably why the stock is up so much today, so let's check it out. So the news is that CEI was not in compliance with the New York Stock Exchange requirements, and they applied for an extension to be in compliance, and they were granted that extension. So the extension was granted until December 17th. And then once December 17th comes around, they can request another extension for May 20th, 2022. So quite honestly, that doesn't sound too bullish to me, not being in compliance and getting more time to be in compliance. But hey, the apes seem to like it, so the stock is up today. But not much else to say, so let's go ahead and analyze here. So we do have a gap up today at 127. So that is a bearish indicator. That is telling us this stock should come back down to 127 eventually to fill that gap. Quite honestly, that's probably going to happen in the short term. This also looks like a possible cup and handle. Top of the cup being 150 and the bottom being $1. So that would currently be a bearish indicator because this stock should pull back halfway between 150 and $1 to form the handle, which would be around 125. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 152 and 137. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 152, 168, 177, 188, $2, 210, 218, 238, 280, 310, 322, 344, 381, 413, 437, and then the high of 485. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 137, 125, 121, 112, 106, 101, and then 91 cents. And there is support below that, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at this current price, 145, the channels to the upside are very wide. So expect significant price action if this continues to run to the upside. And to the downside, once this hits 125, the channels start to narrow. So expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this hits 125. RSI is currently at 53, so that is pretty average. So according to the RSI, this current price, 145, is around where it's supposed to be. And this did 223 million in volume today. Very significant volume. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, so just my opinion, not financial advice. I think this only went up today because of the good PR. And calling it good PR is pretty questionable. Because personally, I don't think it's really that great. We have bearish indicators in the cup and handle and the gap up, and neutral indicators in the RSI and volume. Really no bullish indicators. Only thing bullish this stock has going for it is the strong social media sentiment, which the momentum should cool off pretty soon, in my opinion. So I think it's going to pull back to 127, possibly lower to fill the gap and complete the handle. So maybe longer term, this is bullish, but definitely in the short term, this is pretty bearish. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, I don't think this current entry of 145 is a good one. If you're a little patient, you should be able to get this at 125 or lower. And if it pulls back below 125, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. And if you want to go short, not financial advice, looks like a pretty decent play right now. From 145 down to 125, that's around a 15 to 20% downside. Decent play, decent tendies, not the best, but it's probably a relatively safe play. I would say medium risk, medium reward. So it's worth a shot. You should be able to make a little bit of money here. I could support going short. Please just cover at 125. If/when this pulls back to 125, I would expect this to consolidate for a little bit, and then eventually it should break out again. So short term, bearish, longer term, bullish, I would say. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. Consider taking profits if you're up, not financial advice. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is CEI Camber Energy. So here is CRO Crypto.com. This is currently at 71.5 cents, and that is down 1.26% today. All things considered, crypto is in a bloodbath right now. This is holding up pretty well. Down a little bit, but compared to all the other coins getting slaughtered, really can't complain today. But yeah, Crypto.com has been trending for the past 2 weeks. Been a really, really hot coin. It's up over 100% in about 2 weeks here. So crazy price action. It just keeps on going. So most of this run had to do with really good marketing. Last week we heard about Crypto.com Center. Staples Center is going to be Crypto.com Center now. And you see the ads all over the place in all professional sports. Every city, you see advertising everywhere. So they're going on a super marketing campaign, and it appears to be working. This very well could keep on running to the upside in the short term. But today we finally are starting to see some weakness. Probably some people starting to take profits, and just because of this general crypto sell-off. But yeah, really not much else to say, so let's go ahead and analyze here. And for some reason, TradingView doesn't date back that long. This chart starts at November 3rd, but Crypto.com has been around for years now. So really not sure why this chart has so little data, but let's go ahead and analyze here regardless. So right now, this is sitting on the support of 72.27 cents today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 78.41 cents, and then the high of 84.98 cents. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 68.99 cents, 62.43 cents, 57.62 cents, 56.56 cents, 54.52 cents, 49.89 cents, 44.48 cents, 41.2 cents, 39.27 cents, 38.5 cents, 37.73 cents, 36 cents, 35 cents, 33.68 cents, 32.91 cents, and then 30.1 cents. And there is some support below that, but we're not going to discuss that right now. RSI is currently at 79, so that is overbought and overvalued, so be careful, guys. And this did 518 million in volume today. Very significant volume. So this slightly bearish action was confirmed by the volume. And now it's almost at 0% for the day. So slowly climbing back up. But yeah, honestly, guys, there's not too much to go off of here. Really no indicators on the chart. So all we can really go off of is the RSI and volume, which are currently bearish indicators. And now it just went green. So this is just my opinion, not financial advice. This may keep running to the upside in the short term, but eventually this will have to pull back. Don't know how much it's going to pull back, but if you want to go long, I definitely would not recommend going long at this current price, 72.63 cents. This is near a relative high. The technicals say this is pretty bearish right now, so I don't like the entry of this current price. Personally, I would try to get this back at 54 cents, 50 cents, or 45 cents. I think 45 cents is a really excellent entry, but it may never come back there. So, yeah, I think a good idea is to start a position at 55, and if it pulls back, then you can average down at 50 and then 45. I would not recommend going long right now. You're probably going to end up holding some bags if you do. So if you're a little patient, you should be able to get a much better price. Now, if you want to go short, Not financial advice. Personally, I would not recommend that because I don't believe in shorting crypto in general. That's very dangerous stuff there. But just based on the TA, it does look like a pretty decent short. It does look like it's going to pull back. Again, I don't know how much it's going to pull back. But yeah, I just think the risk is really not worth the reward here. May pay off, but way too risky for my liking. So personally, I would just stay away from that. You should be able to make some money going short, a decent amount. But you never know with this stuff, especially with this coin. It's been going nuts lately. So if it keeps on running to the upside, you're going to be pretty screwed here. So yeah, I just don't think the risk is worth the reward going short here. Don't recommend that. Don't support that. So this is currently in the green now. So congratulations to everyone who made money on this coin today and the past few weeks. Consider taking profits if you're up. Not financial advice. This is near a relative high. Don't get too greedy, guys. And good luck to everyone currently in this coin and to everyone looking to take a position. This is CRO Crypto.com. Okay, here is JASMY. This is currently at 20.94 cents, and that is up 44.73% today. So this coin was trending a couple weeks ago. It hit the high of 35, and if you guys recall, I said it was going to go down, and I got a lot of negative feedback about that. Didn't realize there was a whole JASMY army behind this coin. A lot of people did not like that when I said this was going down. I did not mean to offend anybody. I was just reading a chart, so I apologize to everyone who I offended. So this time around, I'm going to try my best to not offend you guys, but warning in advance, I think it's going to go down. So yeah, this pulled back all the way to 13 cents from 35. So a major pullback there. And today we have a major green day, major price action. And there was a reason for this. The reason why this is pumping so hard today is because this got added to Binance. So it got added to a major exchange, and I'm assuming that a lot of people are buying this coin up on Binance right now. It actually hit 26 earlier, and right now it's pulled back to 21. So pretty significant pullback, but still a major day for this coin. So congrats to everyone who made money today. But not much else to say, so let's go ahead and analyze here. So this actually did look like a bull flag. Here is the flag pole, and there would be the flag. Trying to trace it for you guys. But yeah, looked like a bull flag. Today this broke out of the bull flag. Although I don't think it was because of the bull flag. I think it was because of Binance. I do see a cup and handle, possible cup and handle. Top of the cup being around 26 and the bottom being around 14. So that would currently be a bearish indicator because that means this coin should pull back about halfway between 26 and 14 to complete the handle. Just did the math real quick. This should pull back to around 20 cents to complete the handle, which it kind of already is there. So right now this is sitting on the support of 21.27 cents. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 22.13 cents, 22.48 cents, 23.9 cents, 26 cents, 27.93 cents, and then the high of 35 cents. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 20.69 cents, 18.76 cents, 17.65 cents, 17 cents, 15.64 cents, 14.46 cents, 14 cents, 12.83 cents, 12.13 cents, 11.31 cents, and then 11.31 cents. And there is support below 11.31 cents, but we're not going to discuss that right now. Should not be too relevant. The RSI is currently at 61, so a little bit above average, but nothing to be too concerned about just yet. And today this did 989 million in volume today, almost a trillion in volume, which is way above the average. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. So like I said earlier, I do not intend to offend anybody. I know the JASMY army is very strong, but this is just my opinion, not financial advice. I'm just reading the chart here, guys. I do think this is going to pull back in the short term. We have a bearish indicator in the cup and handle, really no bullish indicators and neutral indicators in the RSI. So the chart does appear to be slightly bearish just based on the technicals. I do believe this coin only pumped up so much today because of the addition to Binance. And I would expect a pretty big sell-off because that's usually what happens after good PR. The cup and handle would suggest this pulls back to 20, which it already is, so this may be bottoming out already. Honestly, I do expect it to pull back a little more because I do expect some more profit taking based on this positive PR here. Can't say how far it's going to pull back, but there appears to be some very strong support at around 15.7 cents. I really don't think it's going to go lower than that. So I do think it's going to pull back to around 20, maybe as low as 15.7, but it really shouldn't go lower than that. The cup and handle says this should consolidate around 20 cents, probably trade pretty sideways for a while, and then eventually break out again. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, this current price of 21 cents is really not a bad entry. Can't blame me if you want to go long here, so I can support that. If you hold off a little bit, you should be able to get a little bit of a better price, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. And like I said, I really don't think this is going to go below 15.7 cents here. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I don't really believe in shorting crypto. I think that's extremely dangerous, so I personally would not do that. And in this situation right here, you should be able to make a little bit of money, but it's just way too risky for my liking. Again, I don't think it's going lower than 15.7, so maybe at most you can make 20%, but the risk you're putting yourself at to get that 20% is really not worth it, in my opinion. So I don't think going short here is a good idea. I would not do that personally, and I would not recommend that. So congratulations to everyone who made money in this coin today. Consider taking profits if you're up, not financial advice. Never a bad idea. And good luck to everyone currently in this coin and to everyone looking to take a position. This is JASMY, JASMY. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.